Hey everyone, and welcome! Today we're diving into something I think you're going to love, a seriously powerful AI code scanner that you can run completely, 100% on your own machine. That means no cloud, no data sharing, no subscription fees, just pure private code analysis. Let's get into it. So as developers, we're always in this loop, right? Trying to write better, cleaner code. AI assistants have been a game changer for sure. But using those cloud-based tools, well, it forces you into this tough spot. You have to choose between getting that amazing, intelligent feedback and, keeping your company's crown jewels, your source code, private. It's really the elephant in the room. We all have to ask ourselves, when I push my code up to some third-party service, what's really happening to it? Who has access? How are they using my data? These aren't small questions. These are the kinds of security concerns that can seriously put the brakes on innovation. And this slide, this really puts it all in perspective. On one hand, you've got cloud AI. Sure, it's powerful, but you're paying for it with token costs that can get expensive fast. You're taking on massive privacy risks, and you're always at the mercy of network latency. But then you look at a local AI approach, and it just completely flips the script. We're talking zero token costs, 100% privacy, because nothing ever leaves your hard drive, and you get that feedback instantly. So, how do we get all those amazing benefits without any of the scary downsides? Well, that's where this whole solution comes into play. The best way to think about it is like having your own personal, totally private AI proofreader that just lives on your computer. And here it is. The core promise of this tool is so simple and so powerful. It's a top-tier AI assistant that is completely, totally local. It's your code on your machine under your rules. End of story. I love this analogy because it just clicks. Picture a really diligent proofreader, literally looking over your shoulder. But here's the key. They aren't reading your entire novel. They're only looking at the new sentences you've just written, your uncommitted code changes. And they're checking that new code against a very specific guidebook, which is just a simple config file you create. So let's just quickly run through the highlights. It is completely private. It is absolutely free to run, which is huge. It works with literally any programming language you throw at it. It scans your code automatically in the background as you work. And maybe the best part? You don't need some server farm to run it. It's built to work great on normal consumer hardware, like an NVIDIA 3060. Okay, enough talk. Theory is great, but let's actually get this thing up and running. We're going to walk through the entire setup from start to finish, specifically for all you Windows users out there. Now, before we jump into the main event, we just need to make sure we have 4 key things installed. Think of it as a quick checklist. You're going to need Python, version 3.10 or higher. You'll need Git, of course, and then 2 really handy command line tools, universal Ctags and ripgrep. And honestly, the easiest way to get these is just to use a package manager. If you're a Chocolatey user, that one-liner right there is all you need. Bam, done. Winged and Scoop are awesome options too. Just grab the command that matches your setup, run it, and you'll be good to go in like a minute. Okay, once those prerequisites are all squared away, the actual installation is just 2 simple steps. First, we install the code scanner tool itself, and second, we set up the large language model that's going to be the brains of the operation. So for step 1, you're just going to open up your terminal, navigate over to the project's directory, and then use your favorite Python package manager, whether that's UV, pip, whatever you use to install it. The project's documentation has the exact commands you can just copy and paste. Super easy. All right, next up is the AI itself. And for that, we're going to use a fantastic tool called LLM Studio. Just go ahead and install it, then search for a model that's good at coding. Something like QN is a great choice. Download it, and then head over to the local server tab. Now listen up. This is the most important part of the whole setup. Find the context length setting and crank it up to at least 16,384. This gives the AI enough memory to really understand your code. Once you've done that, just hit Start Server. And there we go. The scanner is installed, the AI brain is running. Now we get to the fun part, teaching our new little proofreader what kind of mistakes it should be looking for in our code.
You're going to love how simple this is. All the magic, all the rules, everything happens in one single, easy-to-read configuration file. It's called config.toml, and this is where you'll tell the scanner exactly what to do.
I mean, just look at how clean this is. In this example, we're creating a check. We give it a pattern. In this case, all Python files. And then, in plain English, we just tell it what to do. Check for unused files or dead code. That's it. It's not code, it's just a simple instruction. It's that straightforward.
All right, the moment of truth. Installation's done. Our first rule is configured. It is time to fire this thing up and see what it can do. And starting it is a piece of cake. You just run a single command from your terminal and point it at the project folder you want it to watch. That's it. The scanner will then just sit there quietly in the background, continuously monitoring your files for changes. And boom, this is the payoff. The scanner generates a simple markdown file with its findings. And look at how incredibly clear this is. It tells you the exact file, the exact line number. It explains the issue in plain English, and it even gives you a perfectly formatted, copy and pastable suggested fix. This isn't some vague warning. This is concrete, actionable feedback you can use right away.
Now, finding simple issues in files as you change them it's awesome. It's incredibly useful. But this scanner has a whole other layer of intelligence that opens the door to much, much deeper analysis across your entire project. Which leads us to a really important question, right? What if you want to check for something more complex, like an architectural issue? How can the AI possibly know if you're using a component incorrectly if it can only see the one file you just saved? Well, the answer is something called AI tools, and this library card analogy is just perfect. Essentially, we give our little proofreader a library card. So now, when it needs more information, it can get up, walk over to the bookshelf, which is your entire codebase, and pull out any other file it needs to get the full context. This is what enables a whole new level of analysis. And these tools are incredibly powerful. We're talking about giving the AI the ability to search for text patterns across the entire repository, to read any file it wants, to instantly find the definition of a function no matter where it is, or even to just explore the file system to understand your project structure. This is how it can start spotting those really complex, sneaky cross-file bugs. So there you have it. You've now got this private, powerful, and pretty brilliant AI proofreader installed right on your machine, totally ready to learn. The only real question left is, what are you going to teach it to find next? What custom rules and architectural patterns are you going to build for your code base? The possibilities are pretty much endless.